Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode, the 10th episode, One of My Conversations, with me, Skittzo, as always, and my mother.
Okay, Sands.
So, how does it feel to actually have a 10th episode right now, Mom?
It feels great.
Well, it doesn't sound that way the way you described it. All right, today we're going to go over the usual. Start working on adding stuff. Today it's going to be, NFL picks, talk about the Giants again. It's Sunday. Dreams, word of the day, another Goosebumps episode. We're going to talk about Night of the Living Dummy Part 2, I believe. All right, so let's get into it. Now, in our 10th episode, Mother, so let's see. We did the Bengals versus the Ravens. You picked who? The Bengals?
Yes,
I picked the Ravens.
Did.
The Bengals lost. Ravens won 34 to, I believe, where is it? Oh, that's not it. NFL scores. I thought I had that up, but I did not. 34-20.
All right.
All right, so now we're gonna.
Good, but
Yeah, well, the Bengals I think are now 5-5, and I believe Joe Burrow got hurt and he's out for the season. I thought. Baltimore Ravens won 34-20, but they're 8-3. But Mark Andrews, a big tight end that's really really good, out for the season again. So as we go through the picks here, we're going to talk about injury, stuff like that, and then you're going to make your pick and stuff. All right, so up first is Cowboys versus Panthers. Let me go through this. I'm looking for okay, here we go. Panthers inactives and injury, half this is recent. Okay. There's really nobody for the Panthers that I notice that's a real big thing that's inactive or out that I know of. Same thing with the Cowboys. It seems like they have pretty much everybody. Okay, so who do you got? Cowboys, Panthers. Who you got?
Panthers.
Panthers. You know what? I'm going to go with the Panthers too, just because they're against the Cowboys. All right, next up we have Steelers at Browns. Okay. Let's see. Any big? I don't see any big injuries or something. No surprise. So I don't see anything with the Steelers and Browns. Steelers, I don't see anybody. Hold on. Browns. Clean injury report for the Browns. So, wait, hold on. I went on to a different place to check the injury report. Hold on. So we have, again, we'll go back Steelers and Browns.
All right.
No one that I know of to be, a tight end is questionable. The Browns will not have Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is out.
Anyone playing for him?
The one playing for him, he's lost for the season. So, Dobbs got traded. No, he wasn't with Browns anyway. Actually, I thought he was with the Browns, with the Cardinals. They got traded to the Vikings. So, Darian Thompson-Robinson, a 5th-round pick out of UCL, started Week 4 against the Ravens while Watson was dealing with the injury. It's Browns and Steelers.
I'll go with the Browns.
Browns really with the I think it's a rookie.
I'm gonna give it a last shot with the Browns.
All right. Well, okay. I'm going with the Steelers because I don't think is there a backup plan for Steelers? Hold on, Steelers injury report. Let's see here. Can you pick it out or no? Let's see. Quarterback. I should have had this much better prepared than what I do. It's my fault. Steelers injury report. All right. Kenny Pickett must not be injured then. I didn't hear about any injury with him, but just want to make sure. I don't see so. No, yeah, Kenny Pickett's playing. Their quarterback's playing. So yeah. All right, then you have the Bears and the Lions. Do you need an injury report for them, or you know who you're picking?
Bears and Lions. Blah blah blah. I'm going to take the Lions.
Yeah, so am I. All right, so you don't care about their injury report, okay?
Not really.
Okay, you got a lot of interest. So yeah, pick the Lions.
Well, I hope the Lions do good because, I thinking of that list where I'm gonna start eliminating some teams.
Well, you have to wait for you mean for the playoffs or for the Super Bowl? Well, you have to wait for the playoffs to happen, or when they have the playoff bracket, then you pick the likelihood of a team to win every week. Well, who's likely to probably win the Super Bowl and stuff. Well, I know you have the Lions. You've been saying the Lions and the Jaguars in the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, and I don't know now, so they better come through if I'm to pick them.
All right, Chargers versus Packers.
Chargers?
Yeah. Chargers injury report. Let's see. Trying to see who's injured and who's not. Let's see. Yeah, active today. All their players are pretty much active. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's. Oh, that doesn't. Chargers inactive. Yeah, I think they're all playing. So.
Well, that's good.
Oh well, there is one player who has an injury. He has a.
And that's for who?
The Chargers. The team's banged up.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'll go with the Chargers too. I should have better prepared these injury things, so that way I gotta do better the next time. So, well, he has Keenan Allen, their top wide receiver, has a joint sprains, so he might play, might not, I guess. So.
Well, I'll see how they do.
Yeah, and other players are. Yeah, they're coming back. So okay.
Starting to eliminate some if they don't come through for me.
Eliminate? What are you talking about?
Well, deciding, do I think they're really gonna do anything to get to the playoffs for Super Bowl? Well,
you have to look at the playoff bracket. I can show you. I'll go through the playoff bracket as it stands right now after we do our picks. Okay.
All right.
So, Cards at Texans.
Cardinals.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Texans. Do you want to know injury report at all?
No.
All right. Titans at Jaguars.
Jaguars, and I hope they better do something.
All right, Jaguars. Titans injury report. Let's see. Ankle, full press. I'll go with the Jaguars again too. Raiders at Dolphins.
Raiders. Yeah.
Well, they won 2 games in a row with, I think, Antonio Pierce as their head coach, former Giant. But I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with the Dolphins, so I'll go with the Dolphins.
I'll see. I'll see how it goes. Like I said, this is,
All right, we have the Giants at the Commanders.
I'm going to choose the Giants.
Well, it's every week we're going to probably do that with them, but are they gonna be 3? What are they? 2-8 right now?
I know it's probably a long shot, but I guess until they're out for the season, I'll pick them.
Yeah, Giants' record right now is they're 2-8. I cannot believe the Giants are 2-8 like that.
Well,
all right, 2-8. Will they go 2-9 or 3-8?
Well, I'm hoping 3-8.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't know because it's draft position. Kind of want them to lose out so they have a better draft position. But we'll go with the Giants anyway. All right, Bucks at 49ers. Do you want to know any of their standing? Like, do you want to know their records at all at this moment?
No.
Okay, so you don't want any of that information.
Let me see. Who do I want? The Bucks or the 49ers? All right, Bucks.
Oh, you got the Bucks. I'll go with the 49ers. All right, Jets, Bills.
What a choice.
All right, you want to know what the records are? They're in the same division, okay?
All right,
the Bills are 5-5.
And what are
the Jets are 4-5.
4-5. I'll take the Bills for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills also. All right, Seahawks at Rams.
Oh, what a choice now! What are the Rams and what are the
Rams are 3-6. The Seahawks are 6-3.
Oh, Seahawks. That means they won 6, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm taking them.
Seahawks, you know what? The Rams have lost 3 in a row. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Seahawks as well. All right, Vikings, Broncos.
Oh, what a choice.
Now, remember,
What's
the Broncos are 4-5, but they are on a 3-game win streak. So they were 1-5 at one point, but they're getting better. You know, Sean Payton's getting them together.
And
you were asking about the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Vikings are 6-4, but their quarterback got hurt. They have Joshua Dobbs. I think they traded. Is that who's playing for them? Who's going to play quarterback today? Hold on. Vikings. Hold on. Vikings depth chart. Hold on. All right. Joshua, Nick Mullins, Jaron Hall. So who's going to start? All right, Vikings versus Broncos quarterback. Line add predictions. Okay, let's see. All right, who's playing? Okay. Yeah, I think it is Joshua Dobbs. So
and
Joshua
how is he?
But Broncos seem to be on an upswing. Vikings, even though they're 6-4, could they make the playoffs and do okay with Joshua Dobbs? I mean, the backup, could he win this? Beat the Broncos? Sure, they have the talent to do it. You know the football game. Football team itself.
And what are the Broncos again?
Are 4-5, but they're on the upswing too. So I don't know.
Such a toss.
It's up to you. I mean, Vikings have won 5 games in a row, but they did lose their starting quarterback like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
And do I chance it? All right, I'll have to go with the Broncos.
Go with the Broncos?
Although,
what? I think I'm going to go with the Broncos too.
I would prefer to go with the Vikings.
Well, it's up to you. If you want to change it, you can.
No, I'm going to see how it all plays out.
Okay.
Then I'll know.
Next, Eagles at Chiefs.
Eagles at Chiefs. What are the Chiefs and the Eagles now?
It's been a while since we actually looked at the stand, or you wanted to know the standing, right? Told you, okay, so you want the Eagles. The Eagles are 8-1. They're at the top of the NFC East, the same division the Giants are in. And the Chiefs are 7-2 atop the AFC West, and they're 7-2. So it's not. So it's 8-1, 7-2.
All right.
I mean, it's not big.
I'm going.
Your choice.
Damn. Can the Chiefs do it? Or will it be the Eagles?
Well, that's the whole question. I don't know why you're repeating the question to yourself like that.
I'm thinking the Chiefs may not do it.
Okay, Eagles?
No. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Okay. Although I think it could be the Eagles, but I'm taking the Chiefs. And I said, I'll know how it all plays out to see what I do after this.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. But yeah,
it's like the team's last shot before I start thinking of who do I really want to go with now.
Oh, so now you're doing it just off the cuff, like, I'll go with them now?
That's what I'm doing.
So you're not putting much thought into it right now?
Well, I am, but I'm saying that if they don't follow through, then I probably may not.
Yeah, 'cause I know you've been sticking with the Lions, the Jags, Kansas City Chiefs, and certain teams all year.
But if they're if they're not gonna do what I want them to, then
well, those are the picks. So, all right. So with the Giants, we'll see. I mean, who are the Giants starting at quarterback? I think it's Tommy DeVito still. All right, New York Giants versus Commanders. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Inactive. Oh, we'll go with inactive. How about that first? Let's see. Washington inactive. The Giants probably will be.
I think for some teams it is a long list.
Yeah. So, Giants. Oh, it is. Yeah. All right.
Well, you know what? We see how this year plays out.
Oh, this year for the Giants have already played out. They're done. Now we're just wondering what pick they'll have in the off season. Will it be 1, 2, 3, 4? I mean, if they get the number 1 overall pick, they can go after a wide receiver. Then in the second round, they have the number 1 pick for the second round. Maybe go after a quarterback or switch it around or another lineman. I don't know. But we'll talk about that more at the end of the year. All right, so hold on. So moving on from football is the word of the day. The word of the day for today is bumfuzzle.
And that means?
All right. Bumfuzzle means to confuse or fluster. Bumfuzzle. To confuse or fluster. All right. Okay, next we have dreams. And you chose wine cellar. Is that it, Mom?
Yep.
Wine cellar. To dream of a wine cellar foretells that superior amusements or pleasure will come your way, to be disposed of at your bidding. Well,
I know, that's something.
Wine cellar. To dream of a wine cellar foretells that superior amusements. Wait a minute, I gotta read that over. Wine cellar. To dream of a wine cellar. To dream of a wine cellar foretells that superior amusements or pleasure will come your way, to be disposed of at your bidding. Oh, you're in control, I guess, huh?
Seems that way.
All right, on to the next topic, which is Goosebumps. This episode is Night of the Living Dummy Part 2, which they had one 30 years ago. The reason why we didn't talk about Night of the Living Dummy Part 1 because they didn't have an episode 30 years ago. So with this episode, we'll talk about the one for 30 years ago after we talk about the newer one and the differences. So in the last one called You Can't Scare Me, at the end, Biddle throws him over. He gets out of Brat's body, unites with his mother and his father, and then they move on, and Slappy is seen on camera because somebody's walking or there's a light, and there's a light shining at Slappy. He goes, I think a light, and he says, what took you so long? Now in this episode of Slappy Night of the Living Dummy Part 2, it takes place 6 months before all that, before all of that happening, or Biddle or Brat showing up. Brat is having money problems. He's losing his apartment. I think he lost his job. Then it finds out in here it's a house. You know, that's when he shows up there to get the house, the Biddle home, to take possession of it. And then it gets back into what's going on. Brat is in the middle of writing a book about everything that happened, but he changes the name of everyone so that way, you know, nobody can tell and everything. And he sends it to publishers and all that.
A publisher likes it, calls and tells him, we like it, but we want you to change the ending.
Well, he was going with more of a happy ending because that's what was happening. He was mimicking what exactly happened, mirroring what happened, and they wanted to know the origin of Slappy.
So Brad decides, I need to figure out how I'm going to change the ending, what I'm going to do. He goes for a drive. He ends up where Slappy is.
Gets him.
Puts them together, brings them back to the house, puts them together.
Yeah, and says all those words that the other people said, but he takes it a step further, and he says the other words where there was an image of fire or something burning, but he finishes it. But while all that's happening, though, Lucas is not handling everything very well. Margot and him, it looks like they break up. It looks like it seems to be that they're breaking up or broke up or something's going really bad.
Yeah.
So
Margot's mother asks her if she wants to move to Seattle.
That's the whole part of it, of her going to sea, and she doesn't know what she's going to do. She kind of wants to and stuff like that. But during all that, back to Brad, he gets all that. He gets the case, whatever was sent to Biddle's grandfather, which would probably be his great-grandfather, Brad's great-grandfather, that case where he refused to say the words, even when Brad sees the image of the fire and everything, he still continues the words, and it turns out what it was a crypt case thing for a dead body.
Yeah.
And what it was actually, it was Slappy, human form.
Yes.
So the spirit of Slappy came out of the doll into a human body and human form.
And the body the human form started
moving and stuff because he took control over it, which it went from being dead, looking dead, to alive.
Yeah.
So, and it's Candu's spirit.
Yeah.
So it's actually, he actually was a magician in real life, and Candu's, I guess, is his physical appearance, Slappy's physical appearance.
And it looked like he was going to walk out the front door, I believe.
Oh, he did walk out the front door. Yeah. But Ben, who is, I think, Isaiah's father, Ben, right?
Yeah.
Is Ken or Ben, I thought?
I think it's Ben.
Yeah. He walks in going, what's wrong? What's going on or something? And Candu, which is Slappy's human form, stops and puts it and does that same thing that was done to Harold's parents and that other guy from years ago with his grandfather.
Yeah.
When he stopped, so it turned into like a doll or killed him or did something.
Yeah.
So and then Candu walks out and then it ends, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So. That's an interesting kind of turn of events and stuff. See, I can't remember a lot of the books. I don't know if that happened or not, but I read some, not all. I watched some of the episodes back when I was a kid, but not all. So,
it was a surprise.
Yeah, I wondered if it was an actual person in there and it was Slappy, like wondering what was going on. Because usually in that type of situation with a story, there's a spirit that wants to sometimes get back to its body because it's more powerful and they're more powerful that way. So I wondered if that was the case anyway. But it's a lot different than the one from 30 years ago.
It sure is.
It was a kid with a family and finds no.
Yeah.
Did her father?
Well, her father, she had a different doll, which
Dennis.
was kind of breaking apart.
Yeah, this is the one from 30 years. This is the episode from 30 years ago.
And the father said he saw one and he got it for her.
It was Slappy, but she said words back then as well.
She did.
That got Slappy alive. They didn't make a Night of the Living Dummy 1 from 30 years ago, so that's why we didn't. We didn't do the comparison. We didn't do the comparison of the last episode, You Can't Scare Me, which we have to put to it, or we didn't put it with the other episode or whatever. So of when we watched and talked about the newer one. So, but back to Night of the Living Dummy Part 2 from 30 years ago.
She tried to, do tricks with the dummy in front of her family and
the Slappy or the original, and it fell apart. Slappy, yeah.
Yeah.
But he did the same thing. He started talking like in this one,
he did.
and kind of the same voice, kind of actually.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's the same person. Either another person can do that same exact type of voice, or it's a new person doing that voice, but can mimic it. So in the one from 30 years ago, it was about a little girl who wants a new dummy. She gets it, Slappy. Slappy starts doing all these things after she says the words and talking and doing all these things, and the parents don't believe it. They think there's something mentally wrong with her. Yeah, but then one night, after a while, the sister finds out that she's telling the truth, and Slappy tries to do stuff to them and is trying to quote unquote kill them or something. Yeah. And they think it's their brother who helped them because the parents come home. They think it's their brother who helped them. He said, "What are you talking about?" And it turns out Dennis starts talking.
Yeah.
So I guess it might have been Dennis who helped.
Yeah, because.
But what would cause Dennis to come alive?
Well, the Slappy. Dennis might have hit it. Remember, Slappy fell on the
broke
fireplace.
Open. But the thing about it,
and some kind of green mist came out.
So do you think Slappy went into Dennis after he broke, or do you think there was some sort of spirit already in Dennis, but he never showed? I gotta find out about that.
I think maybe Slappy went into Dennis. Maybe.
Yeah, that's why he was alive or something. But then who broke him? It wasn't the brother. So I wonder who did. Maybe it was Dennis. He was alive, but he's a good spirit, or
I'm not sure because
let's see, or maybe she didn't see her sister do it, or someone. I don't know. But
unless if Slappy fell back, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a maybe. Or just fell. Yeah, it could be. And then the green mist spirit went right into Dennis, and it's actually Slappy and Dennis. I don't know.
But is Dennis gonna be like Slappy?
Well, they did a Night of the Living Dummy Part 3 back then. I don't know if it's gonna be now because there's one episode left of Goosebumps for this season. So I don't know if they'll do it next year, if there'll be another season, if they're gonna continue this, or it's gonna be a whole new thing. Yeah. So we'll see. It's been great that they've connected every episode in this season, this newer 2023 season. It's been pretty good.
It makes it good because then, it follows along.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's it for Goosebumps. Talking about Goosebumps. The next one is called Welcome to Horrorland.
Oh, great.
Yep, Welcome to Horrorland. So we'll see how that goes, to see how that is. And that's the last episode for this season, which will be on the next episode of this. One of my conversations. So that'll be on our next episode, talking about that one. All right. So, that's pretty much it. Next episode, we'll be talking about football and the last episode of the season for Goosebumps 2023. See how that ending is, how that ends. See if they'll have a cliffhanger for next season, if there is going to be another season. Make our pick for Thursday Night Football as well, and anything else that comes up or we decide to talk about. So all right, well, that's it for now. Thanks for listening. This has been one of my conversations with Skittzo and my mother,
Kay Sands.
And we're out.